All we need to do is get Dean Smith and Jack Grealish back and get a Rotherham away, and then we can properly get on this run. But teams catch fire. They can get momentum, and why can't that be? Why can't we be the team now? And if you are in this league and you're a Man City, you're looking behind your shoulder now. You are, because you've been up and down all season. Nottingham Forest have lost 3 of the last 4. They've had some bad defeats as well in that, and I think our real challenges are probably going to be Chelsea, Man City, and Newcastle. I know Bournemouth have been fantastic, and I'm not writing them off at all. But really, you've got Liverpool, Arsenal, and then it's 3, isn't it? Out of Chelsea, Newcastle, Man City, Villa, Bournemouth. You've probably still include Brighton and Fulham in that, and obviously Forest. So loads to play for. Who fancies it? Who's up for it? You can say for certain as well. The likes of a Marlon, Rashford, Asensio aren't coming to Villa with their pedigree and not expecting to do well. So that's the great thing about bringing in quality like that, is that they'll have an expectation.
Yeah. I've started a few comments, people. Marine Boy said, let's not get carried away. That was our first win in 6 and 3 hard away games to come. Exactly. And we're gonna focus a little bit later on some fixtures, because we've got some of the teams around us, well, a lot of those teams around us to play, quite a few of them at home, so some big home games, and talking about that consistency, like you mentioned, Kev, attacking options that we have now, and how we must be at the minute the envy of the league. When I went through, the Chelsea bench, they only brought on Sancho. When you talk about Newcastle's bench, they've really got Wilson coming back to fitness, Barnes, who can come on in an attacking sense. When you talk about Forest, not really a great too many attacking options for them. Even Man City, not a huge amount of attacking options, or certainly players in form for them to bring on. Villa have got Marcus Rashford off the bench, Donyell Malen off the bench, Leon Bailey off the bench. Then they're starting Rodgers, starting Ramsey, starting Asensio, starting Watkins. I mean, this is the time. This is the squad. These are the attacking options that Unai Emery, I feel, has wanted for the last 2 years. And yes, while I totally agree with Marine Boy, I totally agree with some of the other comments about not getting too carried away. In terms of the tools to end the season strongly, in terms of the attacking options at least, we've got an embarrassment of riches. So could that really be the key to us, or propelling us higher up the table and to finish the season strong?
Yes, I absolutely think it can be. Look, I put a tweet out today, and I started it with thoughts on the game. Can't get carried away with one win, need consistency. Although I'm now going to be totally hypocritical to my own comments from a few hours ago and say, let's get carried away. You don't say to your kids on Christmas Eve, don't get carried away, kids. So, this is Christmas Eve for Villa fans. We're on the eve of, possibly FA Cup's quarterfinal, quarterfinals of the Champions League. If we can beat a team in Bruges, which I think everyone else would have fancied playing in that whole knockout phase. If you got Bruges, you'd have been happy with it. And we are on the cusp now of the Champions League qualifying positions in the Premier League. But the next bit of that tweet was exactly that. 4 options of Watkins, Marlon, Rashford, Asensio, Rodgers, Bailey, Ramsey. Wow. And I added to that, Cash is clearly a left back. And imagine when we've got Onana, Barkley, and Kamara back in midfield. And obviously Torres, Disasi, and Mings fully fit with Konza, etc., etc. But yeah, I look at these forward options now, and I felt when we had Duran and Watkins, we had a really, really strong. We used to say it a lot, best 2 strikers in the league. You've got a Champions League finalist in Donyell Malen. You've got a 3 times Champions League winner, double goal hero, Marco Asensio, if I can even say it. You've got Marcus Rashford looking like he's in as good a form as he's been in 2 or 3 years. You add to that Leon Bailey thinking, hang on a minute, bit of competition. I think I might actually start playing like Bailey of last season. I thought he was really good when he came on. You're going to have Ramsey chomping at the bit. You've got Morgan Rogers, who's been our best forward player all season. I'm not even including in that your likes of your Yuri Tielemans with your ability to unlock a defence, and obviously Ross Barkley can chip in with a few goals. So we, I think, are going to be the envy of the league. Remember, we used to look at Man City with De Bruyne and Haaland and Foden and Grealish. I think outside of Liverpool, I think we've got the best. We've got some great attacking options as well, to be fair to them. But outside of Liverpool, I think we probably are the envy. I think for us, if you put aside this absolute anomaly of everybody having a shot, I think Villa could play my lads under 11's team and they'd concede from the first shot. Like something would happen, wouldn't it? Like go through someone's legs and hit off a heel and spin in. That has to sort itself out at some point. At some point, we get our defenders back. This, 944 defensive partnerships this season, it feels like. Tyrone Mings like some kind of bionic man just coming. It's like, in a movie when you think like someone's dead and they can come back. You remember when was it T1000 in Terminator 2 comes out of the molten lava and he's still alive.
Yeah.
I see Tyrone Mings go down on the pitch. I think he's definitely done. Then he's back again. At some point, we're gonna have some sort of solidity, and we can then really see these attacking options having it's not going to be able to come from behind all the time. And I do feel like in the next 3 or 4 weeks, someone's going to get a beating. I think someone's going to get a pasting.
Yeah, well, just to allow some of the defenders to have a game off every now, or Unai Emery to have a couple of options of who to play at centre back partnership, and rather than just trying to scrabble around on it's like the Sunday League manager trying to ring round everyone on a Saturday night. Can you put a shift in, mate? Can you?
It's exactly that, mate. I played a match, 11-a-side match on Friday night, and it was literally like, just rolling on subs every now and then, probably 11-a-side game, and you have people thinking, why am I up against somebody is like, in their mid-50s up against the geezer who's 24 who plays semi-pro, and it's like this mismatch is for all to see. And you've got players in this Premier League that when they're on form, if you're not absolutely at it, I will say as well, that's why we need to give huge credit to Lamar Bagard. Did you see that thing going around? I think I might have tweeted this. When you put on simulation mode a couple of seasons into FIFA, and it starts doing weird transfers. That's what watching Villa's like at the moment. Like what's happened? Villa have got
some club fans can't believe that we've actually got these players. People told us there was no options in January, and Villa are signing Rashford, Asensio, and Marlon.
Look at Arsenal. Arsenal apparently has no one to strengthen their team for a title charge. Are you telling me that Marcus Rashford wouldn't have been a better shape than Raheem Sterling they bought in, obviously, in the summer? Or you're telling me Marlon wouldn't have improved Arsenal? Or Asensio wouldn't have? It's absolutely crazy.
With our attacking prowess, with the number of chances we created, maybe not so much yesterday, but certainly opportunities against Liverpool towards the back end of the game, opportunities against Ipswich. If we can be just that little bit more clinical, go 1-0 up, then 2-0 up, I really do think that we can start to really put teams away and then really enjoy our football. But it's about that being that ruthless, clinical best, isn't it, with those forward players?
Yeah, it is. And we have struggled a lot this season with the spine of the team, haven't we? If you look at what's happened injury-wise, look at our signings in the summer. Really, we've said it before, but the one that's had the most impact is probably still Barkley, and he's been out for 6 weeks. Matson's obviously had his moments. I'm glad. I thought he could have come off at half-time yesterday, and in fact, he stayed on the whole game is good. But really, Onana was supposed to be that big guy in midfield, and we had to wait for Kamara to come back to full fitness, and then obviously, he's out again. We've obviously had the issues with Mings. We've had Collins who never gets injured, getting injured. Torres breaking a metatarsal. Carlos was obviously in and out. Disassi then being cup tied and all sorts of stuff, and then obviously not being able to play against his parent club. It's just been Cash has had injuries at right back. It's just been consistently issues through the team. And I look at that and think that's going to put a bit of pressure on any side, and that maybe does give you a situation where you are going to be a bit porous because there's new combinations, players playing in unfamiliar positions, and I think it shows a huge amount of resilience. One thing I don't think we talk about enough is that stat about Villa taking more points from losing positions than any other team. And it's absolutely.
We've kind of had to, though, haven't we?
Yeah, I know we've absolutely had to do it, but it says a huge amount, doesn't it, about
Yes.
resilience? I
Yeah.
mean, I know
Yes.
it's a positive spin. Oh, we have the best makeup sex of any couple in the world. Well, maybe don't argue as much, but sorry, it's after the watershed as
That's
well.
not me and you, by the way.
I'll tell you what I could get, mate. I've been single for 3 years. Just putting it out there. It's a family show. I apologise. But yeah, like let's look at the. I know it's a positive spin on a crap situation that you keep conceding goals, but the resilience and the belief in this team.
Yeah.
And we saw it early in the season with Everton and the Wolves wins. We've seen it lately, in going behind to decent sides and we've been winning. I mean, I know we don't put teams away, but we always look a threat in the last 10 minutes of a game. We always seem to be putting pressure on, and that's a really, really good sign. And I do believe if we can get some of these players back, I think it's just a super exciting time. I think we need to finish top 5, though. It's either finish top 5 or win the Champions League to stay in this zone where we can attract these kind of players. I think we need to do it.